Expression. I got some pictures out here. Let's talk about the learning curve here as an intercrop. What I figured out was your solar corridor is the horsepower. How can we leverage genetic expression, as Adam Schewel was talking about, more plant yield and all that. So what we see is nature will make up for lower populations, and the curve looks similar to this. So 100%, if I plant half, I get 85%, a quarter of that, 60%. That's a irrational number, because what's relevant are the major things of water, sunlight, and nutrients. So as I started messing with intercropping, we went from 30 to 37, and see, we're still really pinching on the beans. They would recover somewhat, but my guest rows really taught me how much bigger beans we could get, and probably the econ would work out. You can see how that weed is tilling, trying to get that sunlight. So what's relevant here with genetic expression, the way the Fibonacci code goes out, it's a previous number, like that. That's a split. It looks like this on a curve, but in the splits, this is your first round right here. That's 1, and then 2, and then those 2 turn into that, and then each one is a bigger number in the sequence. So when we get August rain and these relay beans have all that light, they're in the sequence out here. So these days are like 5 times more valuable than a crinched crop. So when we go to something like corn, you're seeing all these guys go to 60-inch rows. The reason is it's about 22 inches from the stalk to the leaf. So 22 inches is going to be 44 inches wide, which leaves you 16 inches of a horsepower solar corridor into that 60-inch. So you can get a cover crop to give you, grow nitrogen for next year. But what happens if you go to twin 120s on 20 or 15? That 16 turns to 66. So now I can intercrop and get another cash crop, and maybe intercrop a cover crop in between there. And that's what's really cool when you look at how the two curves intersect. So you got this. If we can go back and milk the curve on this side, how does it affect the other one? If it's wet, it might look like this. If it's dry, it may look like this. But this always wins compared to spending a shit ton of money